Okay, it's hot in here. It's like almost, it was almost 90 in here. It's about 85 and a half because we had a little storm, so it started to cool off. So this is the fiddle pattern. I call this one ADG because it's ADG there. This is the E pattern, and then if we, if you group that with with the C underneath, you could call it a CE pattern. But really, we're going to find out more about these, and you'll see how easy this is. Just follow along. So in this particular drawing here, I was trying to make. So at this point, we went over to just the long pattern here. So we dropped the repeat of the C shape there. Now this is guitar. Okay, this is an interesting thing. It's kind of advanced, but so let's leave that for a minute. What I want to do is talk about up here. We got all these shapes. What's going on here? How many fretboards we have? This is just where are the notes. This is 3 fretboards. Where are the notes? Hey, where are the notes? There they are. And these little note labels, those are the accidentals in the key of C. So those are your black notes. You know what I'm saying? Black notes. Black notes. Those in the key of C now. And it's easier to talk about this in the key of C because if you can play virtuoso in the key of C, at least you know music. And then you can apply it to different keys as necessary, or to get just different approaches on things, different intervals. They're different, but certainly you can learn music in your favorite key and play your songs and everything. So here's the first fretboard, which is basically in the key of C. Now this has got way more notes than you might want to be worried about with the violin. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You might have all these notes, but these guys up here on the violin are going to be really close together. I mean, you practically got just get them with your pinky. They were going to be really close together by the time they get up that high. I just draw them all the same so we can look at the musical relationships. Now this A-shaped label right here, okay, then we have this other fretboard underneath it. What I want to do is they're lined up, C to C to C here. Okay, and then there's these guys, I don't know, we're going to draw underneath us. So we got these 3 fretboards here. This one I've darkened the major scale notes in the key of C, so it's 5, root 3, 5, root 3, 5. So we can do an arpeggio with the violin, root 3, 5, but look, root 3, 5, root. Look at how many notes it crosses. It goes way over here because remember we talked about when you take a guitar interval and put it on violin, you have to go to the left. Now that looks right because it's it's backwards. You have to go, so you take a guitar interval here, you have to go this way when you're playing it on violin. So guess what? Our regular guitar interval of, let's say, root to 3 is now no longer just from here to here. You have to add that interval to the left, that whole step. And then that minor third, okay, we've got the regular minor third, say it would go 3 to 6, but it's not to the 6, it's to the 5th. So see how long these get? And then instead of going up here, we got, from the 5, now 5 to the root is a 4th. Here's the 4th, right? But we got to go to the left one more because these intervals are 5ths. So this is a 5th. If we want a 4th, we go down one. So this is a 4th interval on a violin. This is a 5th. Now I've improved this. Now we can talk about this briefly. pentatonic patterns on the violin, I just wanted to show you that. Notice the 7th and the 4th. The 7th and the 4th are not part of the pentatonics. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay? We don't have 4 and 7. We don't have that. So look at the way this spells out. In the AG box, okay, here's your AG box. How does that pentatonic spell out? We've got 5, 6, root. Okay, now this is the tritonic up here. See, this is just the tritonic. 5, root, 3, 5, root, 3, 5. Okay? And by the way, incidentally, on the violin, violinists like to play 2 notes at a time, not 3. They do kind of like an arpeggio hop. So they'll go from the root to 5, then 5 to root, then root to 3. You know, they'll do that kind of thing. They don't strictly play chords. We'll see what happens when I get my violin. I'll see if I can play chords on it or not. But certainly you can play melodies, you can play leads, you know. So this was a tritonic, cage-bound, double cage-bound arpeggio. 5, root, 3, 5, root, 3, 5. Let's look over here, and we'll look at this. On this side I have guitar. On this side I have pentatonic. Look at this. This is our S4L pattern in guitar. We go half whole, whole half, just like this. Now, once I kind of blacken out the 4th and the 7th, so we're not going to hit those. We're only going to hit the light keys here, which are pentatonic. Guess what? We've got short interval, long, short interval, long, long interval, short, long interval, short. So on your you know, on your violin you can play that. I can't play it on this guitar because the intervals are different. It'd be like, okay? So it's the same kind of back and forth relationship. 2 over here, 1 over here, 2 over here, 2 over there, you know? So that was something I just thought I'd show you. And then at this point, this is very important for the violin now. You have one of the double string shapes, the ED string shape is the extra long one. And that goes 7, root, 2, 3, 4. It's a really long interval, and it's all over the place. It's in the ED shape. It's right here, 7, root, 2, 3, 4. See how this ED label spans there? Okay, so that's this chart, but we do want to move along. I have made it even easier. Okay, but this is the second to last chart before the last chart, before the most recent one. And this is, things are starting to shape up now, aren't they? So I've got this chart made. These are the string shapes in guitar. They're in fiddle. They're double guitar string shapes. Now remember, the long one, okay, and this I believe is supposed, yes, this is supposed to have a 4 here. So that's my bad. That's my bad. I'm gonna get it. I gotta fix this chart. I should fix this chart. Get the 4 there. That's part of the D shape because we got full double string shapes in our string shape. So that's what the S1 ED is. Full double string shapes. So we add that 4 there. Okay, so we've got 5, 6 to 6, 7 root. We've got 2, 3, 4 for a D shape to 3, 4, 5. These are the least common denominator, as far as I can made them, the string shapes for the violin or fiddle. And these are going to be the bottom strings of these cages, including this one.